Hello, this is Shauna with Soymilkmuse, and today I have a flip through of what I call the French journal. And this journal is 9¼ inches tall by 6 inches wide, has a 1.5 inch exposed spine, and this side is about a 5¼ inch gator mouth. It is enclosed with a simple ribbon tuck that is secured through the back of the journal with an eyelet. And this is a book cover, and it was from 1958, and the author was Davis. Yeah, it was pretty much falling apart. So, and it has the original spine. It's reinforced with some fabric. And on the spine, this was a vintage button that I found in a box of thrifted buttons. A little bling piece with some lace there. And on the cover I have a collage. There's a playing card, a butterfly die cut, some cloth flowers with some bling. This was a book page image that I reinforced and gilded the edges. There's some lace. In the background there's a die cut and some cardstock, a little bit more gilding. There's some chain from some old broken jewelry, a little clock die cut, paper doily, pardon me, some vintage lace up here with a bit of ink, and this little applique, or words are escaping me, a little flower, kind of like an applique, but it's got the little pearl in the center there, little pearl in the center there too. A little fabric ruffle. Then coming over into the inside, there's a pocket in the front here with a little journal tag. This is some French book page. Little stamping on the scrapbook paper. And here we have, this I believe was from a digi-kit from Tina over at Shabby Dabby Doodah. And I think the butterfly was as well. It's a fussy cut. And this picture as well, also, I believe is from one of her kits. And this is a die cut from a store-bought pack. And there's some of this gold lace that I'm so in love with. It's on scrapbook paper there. This one is a pocket with a little flippy pad, some torn avocado dyed paper, and some brown paper bag, some vellum that I stamped, and some lace here, and it is stapled quite well, and then lace over the staples there. Coming over the page, this right here is a pocket. This is some map page, and it's got France here, some paper flowers with a little pearl, and this is some vintage ledger book paper with a little stamping on it. And on this side, there's a little pocket here. This is from scrapbook paper with a little ribbon ruffle, some stenciling on the back with some washi tape, and this is a little journal card from scrapbook paper with some lace and stamping. It's coffee dyed on the back. And this is a pink linen paper here. A little bit of stenciling, and I rounded the corner there. This is some French book page. It was from a book of fables, I guess. And this is a little matchbook made from scrapbook paper, a little bit of vintage eyelet lace at the bottom, and then it's just got a few pages here. So for some writing space. And in the side, it's a pocket. It's a little notepad, and I just inked it up a little bit. This lace here, it's very soft. And then here we have another, this is from a book as well, and this has the rulers and governments of France. And I thought it was just really interesting. I added this little cutout, fussy cut from some scrapbook paper. I did a little bit of doodling and added some gold to that. There's some bling, some of this little lacy trim, and then this little lace flip over, the pretty pink color. And it's a pocket behind the book page, and it just has a couple of little pages from notebooks. And on this side, this one is a little trifold. Looks like an envelope, and I did not leave a pocket behind that one. A little bit of gold paint and a little gold black flatback pearl. And there's some stamping there. A little bit of gray lace along the edge, or actually it's blue. This is a die cut from a store-bought package on this kind of pebbly, I don't know if it was copy paper or more like resume paper. I bought a ream of it, this and a blue-toned one at a thrift store for pretty cheap, but they're just really nice paper. And I could not find the manufacturer anywhere. There was a little price tag and it said the manufacturer, but I looked them up online and they don't seem to exist anymore. Like, I think they went out of business before the internet was a thing. And here we have a little journal tag made from scrapbook paper, mounted on some craft colored card, and it's got a little sari silk and a flat back pearl. And this little die cut pocket, this was from a store-bought pack. This is some music paper, little washi tape, just for embellishment. And there's some, I think this was a stencil. I actually made this journal more than a year ago, probably. I finished it, so it's new to me going through it again, too. A little more stenciling here. This is a little pocket with this lace, and I did have to Mod Podge it. This was a Christmas section ribbon. I mounted it on some avocado dyed fabric and Mod Podged the lot, so it's not going to get gold glitter off on things or people. There's a little die cut and some lace on this little booklet, and just a few pages for writing, a little stamp. And there's also this tiny little tag. This is really pretty scrapbook paper, a little sari silk and some stamping, inked around the edge, mounted on coffee dyed card. And this is some French book page, some scrapbook paper, and some, I believe this is actually a stencil. I think these were stenciled. Yeah. And then some more of that pretty pebbly pink paper. And this, I believe this was cut out from a book. This is scrapbook paper, some blue lace. This was from a book about touring Paris. And then, excuse me, inside, it's like a double pocket little booklet, and we just have some paper for writing that I did a little bit of stamping on. And in the side, it's a belly band, so you could put larger things in there. I just tucked a little sheet of writing paper. This is scrapbook paper that I did some stenciling. We have some more of the French Fables book, and I left these, the center of the signature, I left the strings long so someone could tie charms or cut them shorter, whatever they'd like to do. And then just that scrapbook paper, and another really gorgeous scrapbook paper. I'm really in love with that one. It's hard for me to use it. I want to hoard it. This is some avocado dyed paper torn down the center. That pebbly pink paper with some stenciling here. And we have some stamping down the edge, a little scrap of that Paris tour book. This is from a book of costumes. I think it was Rodel Press did one from the 1980s. And then some French book page, some of this pretty trim. This one, it's pocket in the back. It's got some of that little note paper, and there's a tag in this part with a little bit of blue velvet and one of those little appliques with a pearly center on some craft colored card with a stamp. And this opens, so this could be written in or glued to your pictures of people or whatever you want to do. And this is the pink pebbly paper with some stenciling. And this is it's actually a roll of white rose trim. And so I cut them out individually, and it works really good to ink them up or use diluted acrylic paint or watercolor. You can color them any color you want. So I did this one in the, I believe this is the aged mahogany from Ranger Distress Oxide, is that one. And just some book page, some stamping, this little envelope flip here, some writing space, little French book page in the top there. And it is not a pocket or anything, it's just glued down. A little stamping here on this music page. And then this one flips out. So let's move over this way. A little bit of scrapbook paper. This is coffee dyed envelope lined with some of the French fable book. Just one little piece of paper in there. Good spot to tuck memories into. And on this front side of the envelope, it has the lace, some black flatback gems, and then this opens this way. So there's writing space all the way down, and this is a pocket in the top. And I can't remember who originally made this style. Faux front envelopes, I believe they're called. And I saw it on Shabby Dabby Doodah's, I think it was on one of the mass makes. And she said, you know, who came up with them there, but I don't recall right now who that was. So thank you if you see this. There's that pink pebbly paper and some stenciling. And then we have this book page. It's pretty, you know, fragile, so it tore pretty easily, so I just kind of enhanced that. I think it adds to the vintage look. Some avocado dyed paper, a couple scraps of scrapbook paper, kind of collage there. And this one is a pocket back here with some coffee dyed scrapbook paper, and folds out for additional writing space on both sides, and just some coffee dyed paper in there for writing. This is scrapbook paper in the background, and this is a paper that it was actually white copy paper that I stenciled. I used a cake stencil actually with my aged mahogany. And this is a velvet here with a little buckle and some pink vintage lace. And this opens into a pocket, and I put one of the, you know, fussy cut cards from one of Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah's kits in here. I like that, you know, kind of, to me it looks very French. It's like a Cinderella carriage, you know. And some stamping here. And here we have more of the Fable book page. And this is just stamping and stenciling on the, I think this is pink linen paper. And more stamping and more scrap from that French tour book. It's kind of some toile there. A little collage of avocado dyed paper and scrapbook. Some more book page, a little stamping. And here we have a altered paper clip that is a pocket, and it's got this little tag that opens, just got some washi tape at the top to be able to pull it out. It's got a butterfly, and I cannot remember if that was scrapbook paper. It might have been. This for sure is. There's some lace. This also might have been in a fussy cut pack that I bought. I'm not certain. I don't remember. And here's some music scrapbook paper, ribbon ruffle. This is a wooden button, and some washi and some lace. That was the end of the first signature. Moving into the second, scrapbook paper with a paper and applique flower with the pearly center. And more collage here with scrapbook paper, book page, and avocado dyed paper. And this one is a pocket in the side here with a tag. That is scrapbook paper that I stamped, put some lace on the top, and stamped the back, which is craft colored card. And then made this cute little flippy pad. There's some stamped vellum and some avocado dyed paper, some coffee dyed scrapbook paper, more avocado dyed paper. Yeah. And it just tucks right in here. And then coming over the page here, we have some stenciling and more of the Fable book. And this one has a little tag here, this pocket. It's got some music paper and scrapbook paper. Also scrapbook paper with some black lace and stamping. And it's also on craft colored card that's been inked with aged mahogany and just a little stamp at the bottom. And then this opens up, so this could be writing space. There's a pocket here, just some note paper there. Another collage page with book page and scrapbook paper. This is the pebbly pink, nicely textured paper there. Some stamping top and bottom. And this is a double page pocket, and it's got some of that ledger that I stamped and splattered a bit, inked up. This is a scrapbook paper. I was able to use up a lot of scrapbook paper in this book. It was nice. And then another one of these really pretty little note papers. A little stamping there. This is on a music page. And here we have the pink linen paper with just a little lace tab at the edge and some stenciling. And on this side, this is just a little page embellishment. There's a stamp on vellum and some book page behind. More scrapbook paper. There's the fabric ruffle like is on the front cover. And this is more of that Fable paper. And I tore out one of the little pictures that is at the bottom of like at least half of the pages. Scrapbook paper top and bottom, a few stamps, a little stenciling, this pink pebbly paper, a little stenciling, some avocado dyed paper down the center, and some of this scrapbook paper here. And there's more scrapbook paper, and yeah, there you can see like the image. That's like what I tore out on the other page. That's the center. And here we have another one of these flippy pocket things, just with some of this paper inside. Boop. That is a little bit difficult to get it in this one. Okay, and just some butterflies and some lace on the front. This is stenciled on this, it's the pink pebbly paper, and it is a belly band as well with some note paper behind it. A little stamping here, this scrapbook paper here, and some stenciling, avocado dyed paper, and scrapbook paper. And here we have just a little lace fall. It's nice, and some pink ribbon that I ruffled with the sewing machine. And a little stamp here. And that's on that pink linen paper. There's some lace and some flat back bling and stamping. And this is a little pocket here in the back. There's a tag and a little piece of paper there. And then there's another pocket here. And this is a little booklet. A little bit of bling. I think this was, the picture here is from a die cut pack that I bought. And then the black lace down the spine there. This is some book page with some stamping. And this is music paper. And then this is a die cut from a store-bought pack. This is book page and in French, and this is some of that pretty pink lace. And then some more stenciling, stamping, book page. This flips open. So there's a pocket inside here with a tag. It's on coffee dyed card there with scrapbook paper and blue velvet. And then in the front, there's a little pocket, this little tiny tag, and just another piece of writing paper. Coming over the side, whoops, almost skipped a page there. We have this other side of it that is glued down into a pocket. So there's two pockets here. And I just put the one thing, so, or no, actually I glued down the back. There's just one. I usually leave both open, but I think because this paper was a bit thinner, I did not do that. And some more of this paper, a little flippy pad in this front pocket, some more stamped vellum. And there's some book page. And this is some stenciling on the pink linen paper. And this is that toile that I had put a couple scraps at the top of a few pages there. And it's paper, but it's so, I love toile. It's just one of my favorite things. And this is stamping on this page. And this page is very pretty. This is some more of those, that trim that's on a roll, and I cut them apart. This one I used some diluted acrylic paint, but it's soft because I diluted it enough that really just the pigment stayed behind mostly. And this one was done with the aged mahogany. And this is a little, I believe this is from Tina Shabby Dabby Doodah from her one of her digi-kits. I wish I could remember right now which one. There's a tag with a little fabric gold flower and some flat back bling. And this is a little velvet here, a little stamping. And then this pretty lady here is from the Paris book. And then the gold lace. And this one up here, same from Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodahs, from one of her kits. And then just this scrapbook paper card that's, yeah, scrapbook paper on both sides. Little washi tape and some lace. Scrappy little tag there. Another silhouette with black lace and some gold lace. So collaged up quite a bit on there. And then another one of those key stamped vellum. Some more stamping. And on this side, this one right here is a belly band, or at least a pocket. It's a pocket. And it's got some paper inside. There's a little pearly trim, some lace, and this tag here on coffee dyed paper with some stamping and inking. And then I did a little flip right here that tucks under the butterfly wing. A little bit of writing space there. And that's kind of like a little bit of a Franken page there. And here we have some stenciling, and we have a wax seal and some lace on this little envelope flip. Flips down twice, so gives quite a bit of writing space. Some stamping on some book page on the top there. And then it is a belly band with some of that ledger paper that I just inked and stamped the top. And here we have another collage page with some of the fables, and a little paper flower with a pearly trim center and some pink lace, a little stamping. And this one is some stamping, and here's some vintage lace on this one on the book page. And then here we have a pocket with some doily pockets, and this is, I can't remember if I avocado dyed this one or if it's just inked up. It may just be inked up, but it has two pockets. So there's one tiny tag here with a little flat back black bling, and then another tag with a little lace top, craft colored card on the back, and then a tag in the top with a shoe. That was from a store-bought pack of die cuts. There's a little pink lace, a little blue velvet, a little pink lace at the top with some flat back, those look like light blue pearls maybe. Yeah. Here we have another collage page, and on this one, this was a French like a you know, a book that you would learn from from the 60s. And there's writing from one of the original owners in there. And I think that's really sweet when you find things like that. They're the notes that they made when they went through them. And here we have a little bit of stamping around here. Some stenciling. This is a little paper flower with a little applique here, stamping here. And this is 2 pockets. There's a little tag. Very simple. Some black lace. And then in this pocket there's another little book. Scrapbook paper with stamping and some pages. Coming over the other side, it's got another 2 pockets just with some paper and another one of the fussy cuts from the store-bought pack. Here we have this lace that is really yummy. I love this. It's kind of an ivory crochet lace, but it's kind of shiny too. It's not like the matte crochet lace. Some book page here, a little punched label. And on this side we have another envelope that is a belly band, but I've only tucked a little paper into the one side. And then this opens here. A little paper inside this envelope. This is different music paper that I avocado dyed. And I think I left this so it could be tucked, yep, into that little label. That was a store-bought die cut set. Some flatback pearls and some paper flower there. Another collage page. And this one, I have this here. I don't know why. Oh, because it opens. So you could glue things here or write on it or whatever. And I'm going to put that right back on there. And the front has a pocket here, some scrapbook papers. And then in the back there's a flippy pad that's got some stamped vellum and some coffee dyed scrapbook paper, coffee dyed copy paper, avocado dyed paper, and a second vellum stamped piece, and another piece of the coffee dyed scrapbook paper. And that's a tuck there. And center the last signature. And have a tiny bit of stamping up there and some of that fun lace trim. And then here we have a little flip out here, and it's a tuck with this on a collage page with a little butterfly on a bulb pin. How good we're in frame here. And then this is just like a bookmark or a journal card. It's got the ruffled ribbon on the top with the stamped vellum and coffee dyed card. And some stamping and stenciling. Another one of the black lace falls, and underneath there is some stenciling. It's on the pink linen paper, and this pretty gem piece here. It's very shiny. And then here we have a matchbook that folds down for writing space. I didn't actually put any, actually it's not technically a matchbook because I didn't, seal that down at all, but it could be writing space there. It's got some avocado dyed fabric on top. There on the music paper. Coming over this side, we have this lady that flips out this way, and I gessoed this music page so you can write on it. A little stamping on here. This is coffee dyed card there. And on the front we have a inked paper doily, some scrapbook paper, some stamping, and this lady that I fussy cut out of scrapbook paper. There's more stamping here, pink pebbly paper. This is an image from the Paris tour book, and there's some stamping on this back side of the pink pebbly paper. And there's avocado dyed paper there. And on this side we have a tuck, and there's this is a die cut from a store-bought pack. This is black cardstock with white lace. Might be ivory lace, actually. And some avocado dyed paper inside that flips out. Just a cute spot to write. This is like a coin envelope without the top flap with a die cut, store-bought die cut, and some lace down the side. And this is kind of a scrappy journal card made from coffee dyed scrapbook paper. More of this book here. A little cluster with just a little scrap of some ribbon and some fabric and some avocado dyed paper. And on the back we have another little scrap right here, and this is like a paint palette. It was part of her, actually, this picture I inserted into this frame that was naturally occurring on this book page. So I put it together the way I thought it looked cute. This is some stamping here. And here we have a little flippy fold out with some lace and a store-bought die cut. There's some book page up at the top. This is a journal card with some book page and some lace on some black cardstock. Put that in that belly band. And another die cut from the store-bought pack. And this is some lace on book page and stamping. Some stenciling and stamping. It's collage with the book pages and more from that, the costume book. Little lace and a punched tag. And this is the back. And here we have a die cut. I used more of that avocado dyed fabric to reinforce the spine. And this is a tuck here with, it's kind of collaged. Pardon me. I have a drink real quick. Oh, tickle in my throat from talking so much. Yeah, die cut from store-bought pack. And then I made this little flippy pad with scrapbook paper and some coffee dyed papers. Let's see what the back page is. Yeah. Very pretty. And I signed it. Yeah, it says 24 is when I made it. So 2024. It's been a while since I looked at it, but this is listed in my Etsy shop. And it's just a really fun journal. I enjoyed making it. Reminds me of, maybe somebody in the early 20th century, maybe a lady staying in a Paris apartment and working, or, something like taking a Paris holiday in the summer or something. But yeah, she's very pretty. So thank you for watching. Bye-bye.